What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and yes, we are back with another video. It's Thursday, guys. You guys know what that means. It is time for the breakdown. The 10 hottest comics of the week. I go through them one by one, and I let you guys know if I'm a buyer here at these prices, and of course, I'd be staying away or possibly even selling. One quick note before we get into the list. Josh P., who was the 2,000 subscriber giveaway winner, has still not claimed his prize. He has until 12 p.m. on Sunday Eastern Time to claim them, or they will go to the second place winner. With that said, we're going to jump right in here at number 10. It is a super hot book I've been harping on for literally 6 months. It is Daredevil number 1, the first appearance of Matt Murdock and Daredevil. Of course, it is still the first appearance of Karen Page and Foggy Nelson. Either way, the CGC 1.5 recently sold last week for $3,200, up 14% since December. Like I said, guys, I'm all over this book, having owned 3 copies right now. This book sits behind AF-15, Tales of Suspense 39, Incredible Hulk number 1, and of course Journey into Mystery 83. After that, this is the next Silver Age Marvel key to own, and it is really highly undervalued. One of those books are tens of thousands of dollars in low grade. This one is about $3,000. To me, I'd be picking this book up every chance I got right now and holding on to it for the long term. 100%, I'm still a buyer. At number 9 this week is a copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 31, the first appearance of Harry Osborn and Gwen Stacy. This book has been on the list over the past couple of weeks, and it continues to go higher. A CGC 8.0 sold last week for $2,880, up 20% since January. Quite a leap over the past month, guys. 100%, yes, I'm still a buyer of this book. I also feel that this book is really undervalued. One beautiful yellow, red, pinkish cover. Again, we're probably not going to see Harry Osborn or Gwen Stacy in a future MCU film for quite a bit of time. However, we are probably going to see Spider-Gwen in a live-action movie at some point from Sony. And regardless, we're also going to see her in that, of course, that Into the Spider-Verse sequel as well. So yes, I'm still a buyer at these prices, and we don't need to buy an 8.0. If you can afford a 3.5, 4.0, that's probably my sweet spot where I want to own this book. I don't need to own anything in super high grade, but if you want to, go right ahead. At number 8 this week is a copy of Ultimate Comics SpiderMan number 1, the first solo series from Miles Morales, and of course his second appearance, and a CGC 9.0. Recently sold last week for $250, up 25% since 2020. Now, because this is the second appearance of Miles Morales, this book has been super hot over the past year. However, it is not a lot of money as well. If you want to spend $250 on a 9.0, go right ahead. I myself only want to own the first appearance of Miles Morales. Ultimate Fallout number 4 is the book I'm hunting, and the book I want to own if I'm a Miles Morales fan and I believe in the book. It's still at a 9.8, only worth about $3,000. I know that's a lot of money to spend, but I do believe it is worth it to pick that book up instead of picking over these little books that are 9.0s for other books. And this is a second appearance, and it's only $250. If you guys are second appearance collectors, go ahead and you want to spend that money. I'm not going to stop you, but to me, I'm not a buyer. I want the CGC 9.8 Ultimate Fallout 4. At number 7 this week is a copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 210, the first appearance of Madam Web. Now, over the past couple of weeks, this book was at number 1. It falls to the 7th spot this week. And of course, a CGC 9.2 sold last week for $400, up 33% since the prior week. Guys, this is a lot of money to spend on the first appearance of Madam Web. She's not a major character. Yes, we're going to see her probably in a Spider-Verse type of film. I don't think she's a long-term character in the MCU, and obviously it's a Sony movie that she's going to be in. So to me, I want to own this book, guys, but there's no way in hell I'm spending close to $400 or even $300 on a 9.2 copy of this book. Let it come down and you guys will get a price, okay? I told this story before. I walked into my LCS literally a couple of months back and I picked the book up for about $65. That's what I'd be paying, about $100, $150 max for a higher grade copy. Anything more than that, I think you're just throwing your money away. At number 6 is a copy of Doctor Strange number 169, the first solo title of Doctor Strange. Now, if you guys don't know, that goes from Strange Tales number 110 straight into Strange Tales number 168, then it flips over to Doctor Strange number 169, and this book has also been on the list for the past couple of weeks. A CGC 6.0. Recently sold last week for $615, up 10% since February. So basically last month, only yesterday, this book has gone up 10% in just a couple of weeks' time, guys. This is a lot of money to spend on this book, but I do think it is worth it. I've talked about in other videos how I want to own this book and it's 6.0 or higher. This book, they have a price at $615. That was the last sale. I do want to own it, but I don't want to spend a ton of money. If I can get this book at a 6.0 for around $500, that's what I'm willing to spend. I definitely want to own it because I do see it going higher, and I've already said this a million times, it is a better cover than Strange Tales number 110. Yes, I'm a buyer, but I'm a buyer for the right price. At number 5 this week is a monster key we really haven't talked about in a little bit. It is Tomb of Dracula number 10, the first appearance of Blade. With Blade slated to hit the MCU in about a couple of years, we already heard his voice at the end of the Eternals. This book is just starting to heat up. A CGC 4.0. Recently sold last week for $1,500, up 8% since January. I was lucky enough to pick up my copy about 3 or 4 years ago, one of the first books I picked up when I got back into collecting then. This book is, has gone up a lot in time over those 4 years, guys. It's still worth buying in my opinion. No one's really talking about this book right now. It has taken a little bit of a break even though it has gone up. I still think it has room to go. 100% yes, I'm a buyer, but you guys got to be a little picky in the copies you want to buy. I want to stay at a 4.0 or higher again on this one as well. It is a Bronze Age key, so technically you want it in a higher grade. I have my copy in a 4.0. It looks great. It's signed by Marv Wolfman. I'm okay buying a 4.0 copy and higher if you guys can afford it. I do think we're going to get another bump on this one. At number 4 this week is a copy of Fantastic Four, number 46, the first appearance of Black Bolt, and of course the second appearance of the Inhumans. I didn't mention that last week when this book was also on the list. I told you guys last week I'm not a buyer of these prices, and I'm sticking to it. The CGC 4.5, recently sold last week for $340, up 12% since December. I had a bunch of people out in the community message me after I said I wasn't a buyer of this book, telling me I was wrong. We're gonna find out. To me, I said I didn't think this book was appreciating fast enough for me, and I'm sticking to it, guys. This book has gone up a little bit, but really not that much over the past year when everything comic related, especially Marvel related, has really shot through the roof, and that's one of the reasons why I'm staying away and I'm sticking to it. At number 3 is a book I'm shocked to be on there. It is a copy of The Cat, number 1, the first appearance of the Cat and their origin. A CGC 9.0. Recently sold last week for $525, up 31% since July. And I can't find out why this book is all of a sudden spiking 30+% in 6 months and nobody's talking about it. Do we not know something out there right now, guys? Somebody drop the comments down below. Let me know if there's some kind of spec out there about this book and why all of a sudden it is jumping in price. To me, I don't really want to spend $500 on a first appearance of the Cat. To me, it's not worth it. That's a lot of money, $500. I'd rather take that money and put it toward a better key, which I know will appreciate in the future. At number 2 is a copy of Strange Tales number 111, the second appearance of Doctor Strange. Now, you guys know me. I'm not a second appearance collector unless I can get them for really cheap. And a CGC 5.0. Recently sold last week for $775, up 19% since December. To me, guys, I am not spending anywhere close to almost $1,000 on the second appearance of Doctor Strange. I'm going to take that almost $1,000, try to save at least $1,000 more, and buy the first appearance of Doctor Strange. Even if it's a 1.0 complete, no resto copy, I'd rather own that than the second appearance to spend that much money on it. Again, I think sometimes in this community, we're spending too much money on these second appearance books. Save your money and buy yourself the first appearance. To me, that's always the better buy. This is a no-go for me, guys. And at the top spot is a copy of Ghost Rider number 1, the first Ghost Rider in his own title, and of course the first appearance of Damian Hellstrom in Ghost Rider number 1. Guys, this book got hot maybe about a year ago when they were going to do that Hellstrom TV show. Not sure what happened to that thing. I don't think it was well received. Regardless, the CGC 5.0 recently sold last week for $899, up 61% since October. Marvel Spotlight 5, to me, guys, is the better buy. I've been harping on that for the better part of 3 months. I told you, if you watch my undervalued comics, that is my number 1 comic that is undervalued and to me, the hottest comic of 2022. If I'm going to throw around almost $1,000, I'm going to go save a little bit more and buy the first appearance of the Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze. Again, Marvel Spotlight 5 is 100 times better buy. I know this is another first appearance for Damian Hellstrom. I don't care about that. Again, we already had a defunct series for that. I don't think this book is hot just for that reason. It is because it is the first Ghost Rider in his, in his own series. But again, like I said, Marvel Spotlight 5 is what you should be buying and putting your money towards, not this. Now, don't get me wrong. I still want to own this book. It's an important book. It's a beautiful book, and it actually looks similar to Marvel Spotlight number 5. But to me, I want to own the first appearance. I always want to own the first appearance over the second appearance, and I always want to own the first appearance over the first in his solo title. But sometimes it's not doable. But if you're going to spend this amount of money, $900 for this book, you can afford the first appearance. That's it for the breakdown this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are not a current subscriber on the channel, guys, make sure you are subscribing and checking out all the content that I've been posting, smashing that like button, and of course, getting that notification bell as well. This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.